Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today's video, I am in London and I'm going to try this. It's called Ottoman doner. People say it's much better than German doner kebab. So I'm going to do like a little face-off. I'm going to try the food here and I'm going to compare to GDK. You lot all know my thoughts on that place, but we're going to compare to these guys. Let's go inside now and check them out. So we're headed in. I was a little bit cheeky. I've already been inside because I wanted to secure a table. I'm here. They do have an upstairs, which I'll show you guys in a second. Okay, so like I said, I have already been inside. I've set myself up. There's a couple of things I need to tell you. So firstly, they have an upstairs, which I will show. Secondly, they only take cash, they don't take card. However, there is a card machine in here. That's the card machine. It charges £1, which is a bit annoying, but it's cheaper than everywhere around here. However, because I spent over £10, they gave me £1 back. So essentially, it didn't charge me anything. So the food should have been like 14, but they took a quid off because of that. If that kind of makes sense, I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but there you go. So let me just quickly show you shots of the menu and show you what I've actually got. I've got quite a varied menu. It's not just doner. So I got the mixed doner with rice and I was gonna say a side of chips, but I don't actually. I think I got this buffalo burger because I wanted to compare to Manchester spicy chicken burgers. And then if the first two things are good, I'm probably gonna get some dessert. Maybe cinnamon chai. Downstairs, so here are just some very quick shots. So there's a couple of tables behind me. There's a handsome chap right there, but they have an upstairs, which I'm going to quickly show you now. I actually haven't seen upstairs. If there's people in it, I'll probably refilm this, but we will see. It's a good amount of seating up here, actually. Tables there, and they've got booths here as well. Ooh, a little bit of history in the Ottoman Empire there. I'll show you really quickly with these shots of it upstairs. I just happen to be sat downstairs. Probably should be up there, it's a lot more private, but whatever. Make our way back to my table. But yeah, food's been ordered and paid for, and let's eat it and let's compare to GDK. This in like my peripheral vision, I think it's a person, and I get up to say hi. What is wrong with me? This is not a real person. It should be coming any minute. I'm actually pretty hungry today. I've just had a meal. I had a massive fail in my last video. If you've seen it, you've seen it. Like, oh, it was really annoying. But this one, hopefully, is gonna hit the spot. It's gonna destroy GDK. It's gonna destroy GDK. I have faith. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've got a ton of content for like Manchester, Oldham, Bradford, Birmingham, but I want to grow my London playlist. So if you're from London, you want to see more London reviews, make sure to hit subscribe. So this is the mix box. So we have the chicken doner. We've got actual lamb doner. It's on like bulgur wheat, or is it bulgur rice? I always forget which one, but you know, sort of the the puffier rice, if you will. I think it's bulgur wheat. And then I got this burger. I thought I'm going to compare to Manchester spicy chicken burgers. They give you some salad, some sauces. You can upgrade your meal, I think for 50p, and get one of these drinks. I've never tried them before. And then a portion of chips. I brought that on the side. So yeah, I think a decent amount of food, especially pricing wise around here. I think that's pretty decent. So I think, do you know what we'll do? We'll actually start with the chicken burger, because I kind of want to compare to Manchester, and then we'll actually go for the doner, the chicken doner, and compare to GDK. So this is the buffalo chicken burger. That's actually not, I don't want to say surprisingly good, because that feels insulting, but what I mean to say is often in places that maybe specialize in one thing, like here it's doner, the other stuff's are kind of like an afterthought, but that's actually a pretty good chicken burger. I got it as a meal. Also have this like massive portion of chips, and I got this drink, and the whole thing I think was £6.50, which again, but here I think that's decent. I do think that maybe a bit more buffalo sauce on that would be good. It's not like a dipped burger or anything, and I'm from Manchester, so I'm used to dipped burgers. I'm sure you could just go up, ask for a bit more buffalo sauce, I'm sure they'd oblige. And you do obviously get chili sauce and garlic sauce you can add, but I do quite like the buffalo, so I think more of that will make that really decent. I do quite enjoy that. The chicken is soft and the batter is crispy. I think it looks pretty decent, I'd say. I think it looks pretty good. There's a good amount of chicken there. Maybe there could be a touch more doner possibly, but overall I think it's decent. And then it's on the body of that bulgur wheat, which I mentioned earlier. A little battery change there with surgical precision. One thing about these cameras is they die in battery so quickly. It's like half an hour gone. So moving on now, after that little tangent, onto the actual doner, which is really why we're here. What I might do, guys, I do think that's going to be a touch dry. Just looking at it, I can kind of tell it needs sauces. I like kebabs to have a good amount of sauce, really. I might add some of the chili, and then I might add a little bit of the garlic, because that's just a great combination, isn't it? So I think I mean, does anyone have a kebab without sauces? Does anyone do that? I do not think so. Let's just put that all together. Actually, question of the day, does anyone have actually kebabs with no sauce? I don't think so. Let's just try some of the chicken doner with the actual bulgur wheat. No. Unfortunately, that is very dry, but is what it is. I'm not sure what the conclusion is going to be now between here and GDK. Stay at the end, I'll give you like my full thoughts. I wanted some good chicken doner, but I do prefer lamb doner, so I'm going to try that. Let's see how this actually is, because generally I do prefer lamb doner. Overall, that's what I prefer, that's my preference. So let's try that. And the lamb doner is much nicer. It's perfectly serviceable, really. I think that's pretty decent. I think you get a decent amount, but a few more. I would think what I would do is get a full box of just actually the lamb doner with the bulgur wheat with some chips on the side. I think that's probably what I'd go for, because this maybe is missing a few strips, I would say. But let's try the chips actually whilst we are here. Maybe do with a minute or two more in the fryer. But overall, they're serviceable too. How much were the chips? Oh, I bought them as a meal, so I don't actually know. Everything here was £13. I think that's enough for 2 people. I eat quite a lot, to be fair. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compare now to GDK. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I don't know if I can even go in there at the moment, so I might find a place and like stand outside, but give me a second. Let's go and find a GDK store. I did have the Pasha drink to try, but I feel a bit deflated, so I might do that later on. Okay, so walking up to GDK now, where I'll compare both places. But quick word about Ottoman Doner, really friendly, really good service. It's always one of those where you feel kind of bad, you know, because the guy in there was a friendly chap. He offered me some desserts on the house at the end, but I didn't want to have more food in case I didn't like it, and then I'm just ragging on a business. I don't want to do that. I'm trying to be like fair, critical, respectful, unbiased, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna get to GDK, we're close now, and I'll kind of compare the two. Okay, so GDK is just behind me. I don't want to go inside because, okay, so they haven't said anything, and I don't want to imply that they have, because hand on my heart, they've never said anything, nothing like that. But I feel like if I go in, they'll be like, you know, that guy that's giving us lots of negative reviews on YouTube and TikTok. I feel like that may happen. So I'm not going to go inside because I'm too much of a wimp, okay? But yeah, so kind of final thoughts really, comparing Ottoman to these guys would be, that lady walked from that side all the way around to get to the camera. That's funny. Yeah, so yeah, comparing the two would be, I think the chicken doner, they were kind of at the same level. Unfortunately, like super dry at Ottoman, so that was a bit of a shame. Maybe he's having a bad day, I'm not sure. I can only eat what I get given on the day. The doner meat, I think, was a bit better at Ottoman, a little bit better. And the burger, I don't think I've had at GDK. Overall, if I'm going to one of these places, I'll stand here. If I'm going to one of these places, it's for doner. That's what I'm going for. So therefore, I would prefer Ottoman, but honestly, it was kind of like perfectly serviceable. So not something I'd go like super often, but it was serviceable. Who's been to Ottoman? Did they just have a bad day? Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. If there's anywhere else in like London, in this is Ilford. Is Ilford London? I don't know. I don't know. If there's anywhere else you want me to review, please let me know. But right up here, guys, there's a playlist for the London area. Do check that out for more London reviews, and more are coming as well. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all in that next video. Bye bye bye.